fall, but the word of God will stand forever. And we know that Jesus is that word, and that our only hope of enduring is in him. So it may be, in our play, it may be difficult to find hope when at the end of the play, you've got a stage strewn with the bodies of our actors. Hamlet's a tragedy, if you didn't know that. And you'll see at the end that we do end with hope. And we end with the words of Hamlet himself. Caleb wrote a song, and they're going to perform it. Hamlet says, "There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow." And Jesus said to his disciples, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father." God promises even in the death of a sparrow, the death of a sparrow is in his care, and that we are worth many sparrows. I know that watching Shakespeare can be a chore for many. While the language is deep and profound and beautiful, it can be very boring to us. And so our actors have all lived and breathed Shakespeare for 3 months. You just have an hour to kind of absorb it. So I'm just going to do a 2-minute introduction to let you know what's going to happen and help you to accustom your mind to the setting and the characters. So the play is set in Denmark. If you guys failed your high school geography classes and you don't know where Denmark is, if you imagine Scotland, if you can imagine that, north of England, and just go east, and you'll hit a thumb sticking out of Europe, the north of Europe. Go look at your maps. That's Denmark. And in Denmark is a city called Elsinore, and most of the play takes place in Elsinore Castle. And that castle is actually, you can go visit that castle. That was built by Frederick II, a Danish king in 1590. They call it Hamlet's Castle. It's a popular tourist attraction. Hamlet's father was the king of Denmark. And things may seem a little confusing in the play because Hamlet's dad is also Hamlet. And so Shakespeare makes it easy for us sometimes by calling him Old King Hamlet. And but know that both Hamlets, the ghost Hamlet, the dead king, and our Hamlet are both Hamlet. And when our play opens, the king has already been murdered by his brother Claudius, who then quickly married his sister-in-law named Gertrude, and then quickly took the throne from Hamlet, who was the rightful king, while he was away at college. So if Hamlet seems a little troubled in our play, you can see he has good reason to be disturbed. If your dad suddenly died and you married your uncle like a month later, you might be a little melancholy too. That's melancholy for those of you guys who don't speak. Mega mind. Hamlet's only comfort in Elsinore Castle is Horatio and his love interest Ophelia, but after he finds out about what happened to his dad and what his uncle did, nothing gives him any pleasure. And so he is kind of a mopey character. So what should you do if you're pretty dang sure that your uncle killed your dad, but you're not 100% sure? I mean, you just have the word of an apparition who told you what happened, and that's not going to stand up in court, so what do? That's the main problem that Hamlet faces in the play, and he never answers the question. He can't decide what exactly to do. You're going to see that while Hamlet is dithering and he can't make up his mind, another character, or 2 characters, Laertes and Fortinbras, are men of action. Quickly take action. Laertes quickly avenges or tries to avenge his father's death. And then you also see the Prince of Norway named Fortinbras, who shows up at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the play. And Fortinbras is when he takes vengeance against Hamlet's uncle, he immediately takes an army, marches against him, and at the end of the play, he's the one who gets the throne. So as you watch the story unfold, remember there's a special providence in the fall of the sparrow. That was a favorite line of a lot of our actors and actresses. And the average age of our cast, as you saw them up on stage, is about 10 years old. Probably the average height is like right here. And they've all worked really, really hard to memorize a lot of Shakespeare. So it's beautiful, blank verse, and they worked hard to deliver it to you guys. This is not the complete play. It's about an hour version. And it does preserve all of Shakespeare's original language, so there's no other language added except for my part as the announcer. And I'm there to help explain the more difficult parts of the play, make it run a little more smooth. So the play begins 2 months after the death of Hamlet's father. Hamlet's life has been turned upside down by what happened, and his life changes again when late at night on the castle tower, a ghost begins to walk. It is Hamlet's father come back from the dead.
Who's there? Marcellus? She's now struck 12. Get you to bed, Francisco.
That is really much thanks. Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at her.
If you do meet Horatio, bid him make haste.
I think I hear him now.
It is good to see you. What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
Horatio said, but a fantasy. This dreaded sight. Why is he upon us? Peace! Look where it comes again. Speak to it, Horatio.
By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone, and will not answer.
Come on, Horatio. You tremble in the throat. Is this not something more than fantasy?
I might not disbelieve without my own eyes. Lo! Where it comes again? Stay, illusion. If thou hast any voice, speak to me.
It was about to speak when the cock crew.
And then started off with a guilty thing.
But look, the morning mist and mental clouds that walk over the dew of yon high eastern hill.
By my trust, let us report what we have seen tonight, unshown Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray.
Meanwhile, King Claudius and Queen Gertrude are celebrating their marriage. Still, King Claudius tries to sound a little sad about his brother's death.
Though of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, but yet our sometime sister, now our queen, have we taken for wife.
The king now faces a national problem, an invasion by Prince Fortinbras of Norway, whose father lost the land to old King Hamlet.
Now follows that young Portuguese. He hath not failed to pester the surrender of those lands lost by his father, to our most valiant brother. So much for him.
King Claudius asks the King of Norway to stop the warlike prince.
We have here, writ to Norway, to the uncle of your Portuguese, to suppress his brother here.
The king's chief counselor is Polonius, whose son Laertes goes to a university in France.
And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? What wouldst thou have, Laertes?
My lord, your leave to return to France.
Had your father's leave?
He has, my lord. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Think that far out, Laertes. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son, why is it that clouds still hang upon you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
The king and queen want Hamlet to stop looking so miserable about his dead father.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off. Thou knowest 'tis common. All that lives must die.
Ay, madame, 'tis common.
If it be, then why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madame? Nay, 'tis. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, nor customary suits of solemn black, these indeed see. But I have within which passes show, these but the trappings and suits of woe.
Hamlet, you must know your father lost a father. That father lost his. 'Tis an unmanly grief. Think of us as a father. For you're going back to school in Wittenberg, we beseech you to remain here.
I pray thee, stay with us.
I will, in all my best, obey you, madam.
For 'tis a loving and fair oblige. That's the way.
But Hamlet wishes he could melt away, or that God had not forbidden suicide.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would thaw, melt, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the Almighty had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter.
He thinks of his fine dead father, whose picture he always wears around his neck.
Oh, that it should come to this, but 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king, heaven and earth must I remember.
He thinks of his weak mother.
And yet, within a month, frailty, thy name is woman. She, married. But break my heart, for I am told my tongue.
Now Hamlet's friends come to tell him of the ghost.
Hail, your lordship.
I am glad to see you well. Horatio, or I do forget myself. I am very glad to see you. What make you from Wittenberg?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Do not mock me, my fellow students. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Hamlet pretends the marriage saved money using leftover food from the funeral.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the wedding tables. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio. He was a man taken for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesterday.
Saw? Who?
The king, your father.
The king, my father? For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Francisco, on their watch in the dead waste, and in the middle of the night, they thus encountered a figure, like your father, appeared before them. Thrice he walked, and I with them that their knights keep the watch. I knew your father. His hands are not warm.
Did you not speak to him?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none.
'Tis very strange. Hold you the watch tonight?
We do, my lord.
Armed, say you.
Arms, my lord.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again. Still, you're silent still. On the platform betwixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you. Farewell. My father's spirit, in arms. All is not well. I would that it were night. Till then, sit still, my soul.
Laertes says farewell to his pretty sister, Ophelia.
My necessaries are unlocked. And sister, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
He warns her not to take Hamlet's love seriously. The prince is too high-born for her.
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion, sweet not lasting, no. No more but so. Perhaps he loves you now, but his will is not his own. He himself is subject to his will.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart.
Laertes, abroad, for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail. There, my blessing with thee.
Polonius then gives his son some good advice. Talk little, keep friends, not to fight, to wear good clothes but not fancy ones, not to borrow or lend, and to be truthful.
And these few precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue. The friends thou hast, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel. Beware of entrance to a quarrel. Give many thine ear, but few thy voice. Costly thy habit, as thy purse can buy. rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man, neither a borrower nor a lender be. This above all, to thine own self hold true, and it must follow, as the day the night. Thou canst not be false to any man. Farewell.
I take my leave, my lord. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said.
What is it he hath said to you?
Something touching the Lord Hamlet.
What is it between you?
My lord, he hath importuned me with love, in honorable fashion.
Oh, Ophelia, do not believe his vows.
The old courtier forbids Ophelia to see the prince again. Such a romance must stop.
This is for all. I would not have you from this time forth give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you.
I shall obey.
Late at night, Hamlet and his friends go to the castle tower to speak to the ghost.
This is very cold. What hour now?
I think it must be 12. Look, my lord!
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. I'll call thee Hamlet, king, father, royal dame. Oh, answer me.
He reckons you know where it is.
Go on. I'll follow thee.
Something is wrought in the state of Denmark. Let's follow him.
Speak. I'll go no further. More. I am bound to hear.
The ghost tells Hamlet that he was murdered.
I am my father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast and fires. If thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder most foul. Now Hamlet here, 'tis given out that sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung you, but no doubt no wound. The serpent that did sting my father's life, now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul. My uncle.
The ghost tells how Hamlet's uncle Claudius poured poison in his ear.
I, that beast, sleeping within my orchard upon my hour, my uncle stole the juice of first heaven on in a vial, and in the porches of mine ears did pour the leprous distilment. Thus was I sleeping, my brother's hand cut off. Oh horrible, most horrible! Adieu, remember.
Remember thee? Yes, by heaven.
My lord!
How is it, my lord?
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord will not.
Nay, but swear it, upon thy sword.
Swear! 'Tis wondrous strange.
For there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your fleet. So, gentlemen, let us go in together. And still your fingers on your lips, I pray. Time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
Hamlet cannot decide what to do exactly. He needs more proof of his father's murder. To conceal his suspicions, he pretends to be insane. He begins by frightening Ophelia.
Oh no, Ophelia. What's the matter?
As I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet with his doublet all embraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings down to his ankle, pale as his shirt, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
Truly I do fear it. He took me by the wrist and held me hard, and goes he to the length of all his arm. At last embraced his head, waving up and down from face to side. That time he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without my help.
Have you given him any hard words of late?
Ophelia had broken off their romance as her father had commanded.
As you did command,
hath made him mad. Come, go we to the king.
What happened to her?
To find out why Hamlet has suddenly gone mad, the king invites two of the prince's classmates to Elsinore Castle to act as spies.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. The need to have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something that you have heard of, Hamlet's transformation. I entreat you both to instantly visit my too much changed son, and together we'll opt to do us. We both obey.
My lord, I do believe I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Well, speak of that. That do I long to hear.
Your noble son is mad. Mad I call it. Or what is to define true madness, but to be anything else but mad? But let that go, that he is mad. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. I have a daughter who hath given me this. Doubt thou the stars are fire. Doubt that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I lose. Oh, Ophelia, I love thee best. Believe it, Hamlet.
Do you think 'tis this?
It's maybe very like.
The king wants to test the idea that Hamlet is crazy because of love.
How then we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks here in the lobby. At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind and there says.
We will try it.
Oh wait, I do beseech you. What do you read, my lord?
Words, words, words. The rogue says here that old men have gray beards and that their faces are wrinkled. For you yourself, sir, however old as I am, it seems like a crab you could go backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there is method. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of the air. My lord, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
For you cannot, sir, take anything from me, which I will more willingly part with all, except my life, except my life, except my life. These tedious old fools.
Now, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern come as the king's spies to see why Hamlet is mad.
My lord,
My excellent good friends. Ah, how dost thou, Guildenstern? Ah, Rosencrantz. What have you suffered at the hands of fortune that she sent you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Stand marks of prison.
Think not so, my lord.
Why then, 'tis none to you, for there is nothing neither good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. But in the way of friendship, what's make you to Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord.
But indeed, is it a free visitation? Were you not sent for?
what should we say, my lord?
Why, I know the good king and queen have sent.
My lord, we were sent for.
Hamlet explains how he's been depressed lately. All the world seems a desert cliff and the sky an evil fog.
I will tell you why. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all of my mirth, and forgotten all custom of exercises. And indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition, that this goodly fray, the earth, seems to me but a sterile promontory, that this excellent canopy, the air the view, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire, why, it seems to me nothing more than a pestilent congregation of vapors.
Even mankind, so marvelous, gives no joy to Hamlet.
What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god, the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet, man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
There were no such definite thoughts and things, my lord. If you rely upon the man or inconvenience to play the role of secret.
What players? Gentlemen, welcome. What's my aunt's mother and uncle father? I must see.
In what, my dear lord?
Why, I am but mad north-northwest, but when the wind is southerly, I know hot from a handsaw.
The actors are come hither, my lord. The best actors in the world. Either for comedy, tragedy, comical, tragical, historical, historical, pastoral, tragical, comical, historical, pastoral, scene individual, or poem unlimited. These are the only men.
You are welcome, masters, welcome all. Come, passionate speech.
What speech, my good lord?
I did hear thee once. Was Aeneas' tale Dido, where he speaks of Priam's slaughter.
The actor tells of a Trojan war when the Greeks broke into the city of Troy and the Greek warrior Pyrrhus hunted down the Trojan king, Priam.
The house here, old grandsire, Priam. And on he finds him, a striking, short Greek.
An equal match. Pyrrhus that Priam drives is ready to strike his life. With the whip and wind of this dull sword, the unnerved father falls.
With the collapse of King Priam, the city of Troy, called Ilium, also begins to collapse in the flames set by the Greeks.
And senseless Ilium, seeming to clear this flow, with flaming top stoops to his meeting. And with a hideous crash, takes prisoner, pierces ear.
This is too long.
Shall we to the barbers with your beard? Go on, sit, come to Hecuba.
The actors tell of poor Queen Hecuba, who wrapped herself in a blanket and searched desperately through the palace for her husband Priam.
But who, oh who, has seen the multitude?
Marvel's queen.
That is good. Old Queen is good.
Young Jessica up and down, threatened the lake. A cloud upon that head, really the guidance stood. Poor robe of lady, and the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen would have seen them speak. Therefore we say what they did not pronounce.
But if the gods themselves did see her then,
And she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sword.
Polonius and Hamlet admire the actress playing Hecuba, for she seems to feel real emotion at the death of Priam.
Look to where she has not turned her color and has tears in her eyes.
It is well. Good my lord, will you see the actors well bestowed? Take them in. Come, we'll have a play tomorrow night. Can you play The Murder of Gonzago? We'll have it tomorrow night. Now I am alone.
Hamlet hates himself for not weeping over his father as the actress cried over Queen Hecuba.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this actress here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, would force her soul so all her visage waved, tears in her eyes, a broken voice, and all for what? For Hecuba. What's Hecuba to her or her to Hecuba? As she should weep for her. What would she do, had she the cue and the means for passion that I have? Why, she would drown the stage with tears. Yet I, a dull and muddy metal rascal, can say nothing. Am I a coward? Bloody villain! Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindness villain! Oh, vengeance! About, my brain.
He plans to prove the king's guilt in front of everyone at the play tomorrow night.
I'll have these players play something like the death of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. For murder, those have no voice. Will speak. The play is the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Polonius still wants to prove Hamlet's madness is caused by hopeless love for Ophelia.
Ophelia, walk you here. Read on this book. I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
Uncertain about everything, Hamlet thinks of life and death. He wonders, is it better to suffer life's troubles or take his own life?
Be or not to be, that is the question. Whether to know, mine, to suffer, dreams may come, to be or not to be. 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 What dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressors now wrong, the proud man's contumely, the insolence of office, the law's delay, and the spurns which patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his creators make, with but a bare body, who would bardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others that we know not of. To be or not to be? To be or not to be? To be or not to be?
Hamlet tells Ophelia to become a nun.
Go thy ways to a nunnery. Believe none of us. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell. It hath made me mad. I've said we shall have no more marriages.
Ophelia thinks her perfect prince has gone mad.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The glass of fashion and the mold of form quite down. Oh, woe is me! To have seen what I've seen. Seen what I've
The king does not think Hamlet is lovesick or mad. He decides to send him to England.
Love, his affection is not that way tend, nor what he spake is not that blank of madness. He shall speak to England. What do you think of it?
It shall do well, my lord.
How now, Ophelia? We have heard it all.
Meanwhile, Hamlet tells the players how to speak and act naturally in the play that evening.
Speak the speech, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. Nor not saw the air with your hand too much force. Use it all gently. Suit the action to the words, and words to the action. Hold the mirror up to nature.
Hamlet hopes to prove the king guilty.
There is a play that's tonight before the king. One scene of it comes very near the circumstance of my father's death. When thou seest that knight afoot, observe mine uncle.
Well, my lord.
How dost thou like this play, lady?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What do you call this play?
The mousetrap. It is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Look, he poisons him in the garden. Written in choice Italian. You will see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzaga's wife.
The king rises!
No, give over the plate. Give over the plate.
Give me some light. Away. Light! Light!
Ratio. Why, I'll take the ghost bird for £1,000. Didst perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of poisoning.
But now the king's spies try even harder to find out why Hamlet is mad.
Good my lord, your mother desires to speak with you. Good my lord, what is your cause of distemper?
Can you play upon this flute?
I can, my lord, I cannot.
Look you, here are the stops. Quick breath with your mouth.
I have not skill.
Why, look you here. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops, to pluck out the heart of my mystery. You cannot play upon me. It is now the very witching time of night. Now to my mother. I'll speak daggers to her and use them.
Finally, Hamlet has an opportunity to kill the king.
Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. A brother's murder. Help, angels, help! All may be well.
Now I might do it pat. And so he goes to heaven? No! When he is drunk or in his rage, then tripping, that his soul may be as black as hell whereto it goes.
My words fly up, but my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Look you, lay home to me. Pray you, be round with me.
Fear me not. Withdraw, I hear him coming.
Hamlet wants his mother to see the scandal of her marriage to Claudius.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, thou hast my father much offended.
Why, how now, Hamlet? Have you forgot me?
No, you are your husband's brother's wife, and, which were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Nay, come, sit you down. You shall not budge.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help!
What go? Help? How now, rat? Dead for a dog dead. Is it the king?
Oh, what a bloody deed is this!
Almost as bad, good mother, as to kill a king and marry with his brother.
Is kill a king?
I, madame. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. Come, mother, be free me of your hands. Sit you down, and let me wring your heart.
What have I done?
Why, look you here, two brothers. Look what a grace was upon this brow. This was your husband, but look you what follows. This is your husband, like a mildew deer, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Oh, shame!
No more, sweet Hamlet!
A murderer and a villain. What would your gracious be?
Oh, he's mad.
Do not forget, but look, amazement on my mother's face. Speak to me.
How is it with you now, lady?
Whereon do you look? To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing better?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Look you there. I follow his habit as he lived. Look where he goes. Mother, for the love of grace, confess yourself to heaven. Repent.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it. Assume a virtue, if you have it not. For this same Lord, I do repent. Come, mother, I must be cruel, only to be kind. I must to England, you know that.
Alack, I have forgot.
There's letter sealed, and my two schoolfellows bear the mandate. So again, good night. Come, sir.
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind. Behind the arras, hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, "A rat, a rat!" and kills the good old man.
Alas, where's he gone?
To draw apart the body he hath killed.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
In heaven, send to the sea. If your messenger find you not there, seek him in the other place yourself.
Prepare thyself, Hamlet. Everything is done for England.
For England? Good. Farewell, dear mother.
My living father, Hamlet.
Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh. And so, my mother.
follow him. I'll have him hence tonight. The present death of Hamlet. Do it, England!
On the way to board the ship for England, Hamlet sees an army on the seacoast.
Whose force is this, sir?
They have no way, sir.
On purpose.
Against Poland.
Commands them, sir.
Nephew told no way. Lord.
I'll be thanking you, sir. Go ahead a little bit. I'll be with you straight.
Seeing the example of warlike Fortinbras, Hamlet regrets that he has not avenged his father's murder.
Oh, how will occasions do inform against me, and spur my dull revenge. I do not know why I yet live to say, this thing's to do, since I have cause and means and will to do it. Oh, from this time forth, my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth.
At court, there is news of a new tragedy. Because Hamlet killed her father, Ophelia has gone mad.
Where's the duteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
Nay, pray you mark. He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head the grasping took, at his heels the stone.
How do you, pretty lady?
Look not ill to you! This the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are. But not, sir. What we may be. I hope all will be well. My brother shall know of it. Good night, ladies. Good night, good night.
Oh, this is the poison of deep grief. Oh, country, country. First your father slain, next your son gone, and last her mother her secret come from.
What lack of noise is this?
Ophelia's brother Laertes has returned from France, and the Danish people, protesting Polonius' murder, want to elect Laertes as king.
Save yourself, my lord. The rebel cries, Laertes shall be king. Laertes king.
Will thou vile king? Where is my father? Next time with curse, I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
I am guiltless of your father's death.
Let her come in.
Oh, Rose of May, dear May, kind sister, sweet Ophelia. Oh, heavens! Is it possible a young man's wit should be as mortal as an old man's life?
You must sing. Down and down, down and down. I'll have the wheel becomes it. It is a false story that stole his master's stone. There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you thou remember. There's pansy. That's for thoughts. There's fennel and columbine. There's rue for you. Oh, and here's some for me. There's a deed. I would give you some violence, but they all withered away when my father died.
They say he made a good end. God have mercy on his soul, and to all Christian souls I pray.
God be with you.
Oh God,
There. Come with me.
Now comes news of Hamlet's quick return. A pirate brings a letter from Hamlet account describing how he was captured and quickly returned to Denmark.
Horatio, every 2 days old at sea, a pirate of most warlike appointment gave us chase. In the grapple, I boarded them. Let the king have the letter that I have sent. Peace and peace, here I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their four streets. Farewell. Now.
I loved your father, and come now. What news?
My lord, letters from Hamlet. This to your majesty. And this is the queen.
High and mighty. I shall recount tomorrow. I shall recount the occasion of my seventh and more strange return. Hamlet. First secret, he says.
Later he says, let him come.
Let him come!
Laertes, you will be ruled by me. I will work him to an exploit in which he should not choose. Law. Even his mother will call it accident.
Together the king and Laertes plan to kill Hamlet. The king suggests a fencing match with Laertes using a real unblunted sword.
You have been talked of since your travel. For your art, exercise, and for your rigor, especially. So supported Hamlet, so angry that he could nothing do but wish and beg for your help. Will bring me together, wager on your hands, and with ease sharpens a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice, requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for that purpose, I will touch my point with this, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
The king plans to poison him as well.
Soft. Let me see. I have it. Within your motion, you are hot and dry.
I'll have prepared him a chalice.
But stay. What noise? Your sisters! Drowned, Laertes!
Drowned? Drowned where?
There is a willow grows aslant a brook, which shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There did she come with fantastic garlands of long purples, daisies, nettles, crowflowers.
Ophelia tried to hang her flowers on the willow tree by the stream. The bough broke, and she fell into the brook. She floated downstream for a while, singing all the while, until the current pulled her under.
There on the pendant boughs, her coronet weeds clambering to hang. An envious sliver broke, and down her reedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like, while they bore her up, during which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, till her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled her down from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Alas, and she is drowned.
Drowned, drowned.
Adieu, my lord. Let's follow, Gertrude. Let's follow.
Hamlet and Horatio meet in the graveyard of Elsinore Castle, where they find a sexton digging a new grave.
What woman?
Oh, none neither.
One that was a woman, but bless her soul, she's dead. Here lies a skull laying the earth for 25 years.
Whose skull is this?
A man, Rogue. Europe, who was the king's jester.
Let me see it.
Yours,
Alas,
the king's jester or clown, was Hamlet's childhood friend.
alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio. Fellow of infinite jest, most excellent fancy. Hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. Where be our songs, our flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? None now. Soft, as the king, good courtiers.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violence spring.
What? The fair Ophelia?
Sweet to the sweet. Farewell.
Hold off the earth awhile, till I have once more conquered my love.
Who is this whose grief bears such an emphasis? It is I, Hamlet, the Dane!
The devil better not so!
I will fight with him. I love Ophelia.
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
Why is it that you use me thus? But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do as he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his say.
Hamlet tells how the king sent him to England asking the English to kill him. Hamlet stole the letter at night and wrote another one asking that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern be killed.
Up from my bed in the middle of the night, to unseal their grand commission, I found, Horatio, an exact command for my head to be struck off.
Is it possible?
So I sat me down and devised a new commission, that you should have the bearers themselves put to death. Now the next day was our sea fight.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Peace! Who comes here?
A nobleman, Osric, comes to ask Hamlet to take part in a fencing match with Laertes.
Sir, here is a newly come to court, Laertes. The king shall have later, but when he doesn't pass between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 days.
Let the foils be brought. The gentleman willing, I will win for him an I can.
You will lose his wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he has been in France, I have been in continual practice.
Nay, good, my lord.
But melancholy Hamlet thinks that God decides even the death of a little bird. He's prepared to meet his end when it comes.
There's a special providence in the fall of the sparrow. If it be now, it is not to come. If it be yet to come, if it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all.
Come, Hamlet, take this hand.
I have done you wrong, sir, but pardon it as your judgment.
I do receive your offered love, like love, and will not throw it.
Let the foils be brought.
Come, one for me.
This one likes me well.
Set me 2 of wine on that table.
Set by a while. I'll play this bout first. Come!
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It is almost against my conscience.
Come, Laertes.
Come, my lord.
Nothing. Neither way.
How about thee now?
Nay, come again!
They bleed on both sides.
Look to the queen thereof.
How does the queen?
The drink! Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink! I am poisoned.
Oh, let the doors be locked! Treachery!
Hamlet, thou art slain. The instrument is in thy hand and venom. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. The king's to reign.
The points in venom too. Then venom. Do thy work! Here, thou murder stain, drink off this potion. Follow my mother.
Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet.
I follow thee. Oh, I die, Horatio. What warlike noise is this?
Young Fortinbras, with conquest gone from prison.
Oh, I die, Horatio. Yet I do prophesy the election lights on young Fortinbras. He has my dying breath. I tell him to rest his silence.
Now cracks the noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. And flights of angels sing you to thy rest.
The young Norwegian prince Fortinbras, Hamlet's cousin, comes to witness the tragic scene.
Oh, proud death, that thou so many princes and a shot so bloodily hast struck.
Give order that his body's highness name be put to the view, and let me speak to the world how these things came about.
For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some right of memory in this kingdom. That four captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have moved most royally. Take up the bodies. Go, bid the soldiers shoot.
performances that a lot of Nick were expected. Thanks to Mandy for helping sew costumes, Sandy and Megan for organizing fundraisers that I'll tell you about in a minute. Thanks to Damascus Road Church for the facility, and